Well, this has been fun. After a very blah 10 to 15 game start to the season, the Chicago Cubs have pulled their heads out of their asses and have been the best team in baseball over the past few weeks. And the best part is, they've been doing it in a variety of ways. This isn't a team that's reliant on the long ball, even though they are hitting quite a few home runs. This offense hasn't relied on one superstar carrying them. Everybody's contributing. They're taking their walks, getting on base, and scoring runs seemingly at ease right now. And how they've been winning, whether it's coming from behind or walking it off, has given this club a confidence and swagger that just simply was not there at the beginning of the season. All while the pitching staff has basically fallen apart. The scary part for the rest of the league, but good news for Cubs fans, is that I think there's more to come. Look, I'm not saying the Cubs are going to win 130 games this year. What they're doing now is historic on many levels. And it's great, but it won't last forever. But what I'm going for here is that they really haven't had their main guys go on a run that carries the team for a period of about 10 to 12 games. Seiya Suzuki had a home run stretch for about a week that was impressive. Guys like PCA and Michael Busch are just now starting to heat up. We know firsthand what they can do when they get hot. Ian Happ has been very good, but we all know he's going to go on his annual 2-week bonanza where he's the best hitter in baseball. Alex Bregman is due to go on a tear. I think we may see Moises Ballesteros end up being a guy where he can carry the offense for games at a time. And Nico is going to be Nico all year. He's just built as a player who won't go into too many slumps. Now, while this has been a beautiful ride to be on, it's not all sunshine and rainbows in Wrigleyville. The injury bug has all but obliterated the pitching on this team. Cade Horton out for the year was devastating. Matthew Boyd is back on the IL, this time for around 6 weeks. Fortunately, it wasn't an arm injury. It sounds like this happened while playing with his kids. Children ruin everything. To top all that off, who knows what's going on with Justin Steele? I heard maybe he's due for an August return now, and that's if everything goes well with this new rehab. And I hate saying this because I love Justin Steele and what he brings to this team, but I just don't think he's going to be a guy to count on down a stretch. Coming off what was basically a second Tommy John surgery, now this flexor strain, it's hard for me to really have any positive expectations for him this year. Fortunately, the Cubs pitching rotation does have depth. Colin Ray has once again been an unsung reliable piece to this team. Javier Asada's back, and other than one bad start, he's been up to the task when called upon. Edward Cabrera has been as advertised. Jameson Taillon has been resilient and eaten innings. And Shota Imanaga, quite frankly, may be the most valuable Cub right now. He's in a zone, and I think he's pitching with a chip on his shoulder and out to prove something this year. With all that being said, this team still needs a stud starting pitcher if they really want to have a long run in the playoffs. We'll see who's out there in July to trade for, and if we're being honest, I'm worried who the next pitcher to go down is going to be, and that's not a good mindset to have. It is a legit mindset to have, though, because as banged up as the rotation has been, the bullpen has been all fucked up. Going off the top of my head, I think every pitcher who was in the opening day bullpen has been injured this year except Ben Brown, and I was not thrilled with Ben Brown at the start of this year. I was calling for him to be sent down. I'm happy to report that he has proven me wrong and has been pretty invaluable out of the bullpen after a rocky start. Credit too needs to go to Jed Hoyer. He's not a fan of spending money on a bullpen. He just seems to want warm bodies. And folks, it worked last year and it's working even more this year. Other than a couple of exceptions, these pitchers in the bullpen have had to come in during tight situations and they've got the job done. Last but not least, I believe Craig Counsell is starting to win over fans in Chicago. I've liked Counsell since the beginning, but probably like most of you, I was wondering what the big deal was with this guy. But this year, he's pushed all the right buttons at the right times. He's had to figure out a way to deal with a pitching staff being held together with duct tape, and he's been crushing it. Counsell has also been magic in knowing when to use a pinch hitter and who to use. He's getting everybody at bats. The way he's handled right field, DH, and the catchers has been on point. I think he's finally earning that $8 million a year. So we're about a quarter of the way through the season right now. This run that they've been on over the last 20 games or so is something we'll remember for a long time. And like I said, I believe there's more to come. But stretches like this, when you look back on it after the season is over, can be a catalyst to propel a team to a championship. You realize the signs were there the whole time. And I'm just going to say it. It's been 10 years since the last one. How fitting would it be that 2026 is the next one?
The Bears are who we thought they were. And that's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
He gone!